me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Chargers.
This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Allen's throw is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. The give is to Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Falcons.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Allen now looks to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Deontay Harris. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, Something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
DJ Ward.
But instead, third down.
Third down. And 8 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Locke. Taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Allen. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give to Elliott. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Taken down.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence. Incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's Elliott complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4-yard gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Toss left to Elliott. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think, thanks God,
kudos to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Harris on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
After one, it's 9-0.
First quarter with the score, Chargers 9, Falcons 0.
To throw again on 2nd down. Block. They'll get that complete to Alberto. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked on by the safety, Jarkowski Turner. He'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 7.
On 2nd down. It's Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
27-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen again. That one completes. Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
10 at the 21-yard line.
10th carry now for Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brought down at the 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on.
action. Allen. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Justin Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 16, Falcons nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Day Harris on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Play action. Now it's Locke. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 35 on 2nd down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he goes out right around the 39. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Pittsburgh both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
42-yard line.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
1 yard gain.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Allen now to throw on 3rd down. Got it. It's Brown. Lost the football. The Falcons grab it, and they will set up shot at their own 46-yard line. And great effort. I mean, does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Lock. In the middle, and it's incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in and knock it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Locke going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
First down there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. That's complete. Okue Bunam. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Again, it's Locke. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Brings their line set to kick off.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own
about set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Shotgun snap to Locke. They complete it to Hill. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Hill.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play on third down for the Falcons. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, significant.
Closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Miles Sanders with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Chargers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. So he got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Elliott on the carry.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen. Catch made here by Campbell. Allen only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Elliott. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Again, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
on play action. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Chargers
move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Ezekiel 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Allen off the play fake. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
But that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
First and 10. At their own
about set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 20.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
He'll try and run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He finds his target, Beckham, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
Odell Beckham, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Falcons 20, Chargers 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side.
Pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen. They send a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. And some space here. We'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by Howard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up
that first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Benjamin's got it. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Benjamin.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think can absorb that contact.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed to clock exactly right.
at their own 20.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll get that complete to Albert O. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right.